Hey y'all, welcome back. It's time for us to talk about Real Housewives of Rhode Island. So listen, y'all know last week's episode ended with Liz getting the hell up and leaving Joellen wherever she felt Joellen had her fucked up at, all right? Um, I just felt like Liz did too much. I don't think Joellen was wrong to call Liz out about how she was operating. I don't think that Joellen was wrong for stopping the conversation. So if you have been over there on team Liz saying, oh, Alicia, she was never homeless. She was never homeless. When you see how it affects your friend and then you realize you did not live that same damn life to be telling somebody how it was for them as a child, then I feel like Joellen was not wrong to draw a line. And Liz wanted to keep going. And I don't understand that. This is why Alicia feels like she has to walk on eggshells when she's around you, because you can spew what you want to spew about other folks, Liz. But when they do it to you, you will be in your feelings about it. You know what I'm saying? So I was with Joellen on that. So now Joellen gets on the phone after Liz done pulled off on her. She calls Alicia, letting her know how it did not go well at all. And Alicia is like, that sucks. I don't understand what she really wants from you when you were just being a supportive friend to me. It wasn't so much as not really having her back, but it's like basically if if Joellen would have sat up there and agreed with Liz against Alicia, it really would have been a gang up. It really would have been a gang up on Joellen. And then maybe some of the fans that are in support of whatever Liz did, maybe they would then see, like, oh, y'all ganging up on her. If that lady wanted to believe that she was homeless, let her do whatever it is. Let her believe what she believed, right? But you got some people that support Liz and feel like Liz did nothing wrong. And to them, they see it exactly how Liz see it, that, Alicia was not homeless. But girl, tomato, tomato, whatever y'all want to do with it, just let that lady feel how she gonna feel, okay? So after they get off the phone, we see Rulla go over there to her husband's office. She wanted to get her toe looked at. Child, I was cringing when she told the story about what happened to her toe. I don't need to know nothing else. So she's getting her toe looked at. They're also deciding that they're going to do an Arabian night theme type party. I guess they typically have summer parties. So now all of a sudden they're going to do something. I kind of felt away because I was like, Rulla, you keep not showing up for group events and team events and stuff. But now all of a sudden you want to throw a party, girl. I'm like, you know what? Stay away. Since you've been away, stay away. But at the same time, I'm like, I guess I was just complaining about you not being around. So maybe I should be appreciative of the fact that you're trying to come around and do something, right? So they're gonna throw a little event. However, her husband does not want Joellen there. So they don't plan on having Joellen in attendance. She won't get an invite. The question is whether or not Joellen is gonna sit up here and try and crash the party. Now, if I was Joellen, I'll just stay away like her. That's fine. You don't want me there because you don't want me to bring up the shit that your husband did, but your husband was the one that did it, and he's gonna be there. Oh, okay. Then. No, no, no. You ain't gotta worry about me showing up. Don't worry about me. It's okay because the rumor's not going anywhere. Yeah, that's fine. I'll stay at home like the rumor's gonna stay around too. Let's talk about Ashley and his husband. So y'all know he got his coffee shop or whatever you call it, his little restaurant or whatever. Okay. Now it's coming up for the lease to be up, right? And the question is whether he's gonna close it or not close it. The dad, I'm not sure whose dad that was. I think it was a dad. And he was like, what if she asked you to sell it or whatever like that? He said, if I needed to, and she said, sell it or close it. He was like, well, close it or whatever. And when he said that, made me feel like they have had conversations about probably selling it amongst him and Ashley, probably. Meaning the granddad, whoever he was, and Ashley may have talked about selling it, right? Obviously, she's complained to them about it. But in the moment, he was like, oh, we'll close it. You know what I'm saying? What if it was closed, right? And so they asked, would you close it if Ashley wanted you to, or whatever the case was? And he was like, I mean, yeah, if it'll help us be better, I guess, at home with the kids, all this and that. So he's like, yeah, I'll close it. Then she says, well, the thing is, I want to ask him to do that. But then you get your ass in a confessional, Ashley. And I feel like you say something different. Ashley wants that place closed. And she turns around and tells him, even if it stay open for a year, you're still successful. Right. So she's preparing him, I feel, to close the location. But also, I feel like it makes more sense to sell it than close it. Y'all let me know. He doesn't want to close it. He says that he has these reservations that's further out for people to have after parties or whatever, some connected to the weddings, whatever it is. He has some upcoming reservations for that location, and he doesn't want to bail on those people so soon. And I understand that. And not only does he not want to bail on those people, he wants to be able to have more time to figure his SHI out with the business. Now, what it sounds like to me is that this is the business is in its first year. A lot of businesses don't be making money in the first year. My assumption is probably what, maybe in 3 years, they'll really start seeing a return. I guess it depends on the type of business, right? I feel like you don't necessarily got to close it. Maybe you could relocate it. Maybe you could get less square footage, right? Maybe you could condense the square footage, pay less, find a different area. Maybe it's a prime area that he's in. I think you need to do some research of the area. You know what I'm saying? Look at some comps, do some stuff. Like, you need to look at the research of the area and maybe downsize, make it a smaller location, maybe kind of like rebrand it in a sense. Maybe. I don't know, but the short answer for me is that Ashley wants that motherfucker closed. Ashley don't want her husband outside that house having to work too much when she's inside the house with them kids all day, and she making way more money than his ass making working down to that location. He's putting out more, and she's probably having to contribute some of her money that she's getting from her brand deals to probably help his damn business out. Ain't no telling. I don't know. But you could tell she wants it closed, but she also feels bad for wanting that and doesn't want to tell him she wants it closed, because also she don't want him to take that shit out on her, to know that she encouraged him to close it and then he's resenting her. So I think she's trying her best to, I guess, appear as though she's supporting him, but she don't want this shit open. She really don't. I feel like she said that already about how she makes more money and he could be doing influencer things like what she does. But okay, we'll see, girl. Good luck to the people. So Liz is working on some type of marijuana or whatever like that for menopause. Girl, go ahead. Good luck. Then you have Rosie and Alicia talking. Of course, she updates her on what all took place or whatever, and she's not really ready to see Liz, I don't think, at Rulla's event, because Rulla did invite all the ladies, so she's gonna be forced to face her. Then she also talks about how she hasn't given Rulla the update on what she learned. Okay, now Rosie is like, you need to go ahead and let her know. All right, I don't think doing it at her party is the best place to do it. So somebody gonna have to let Miss Ma'am know about something. And I agree with Rosie, because Rosie was like, I don't like it when people do it to me. So you might need to pull her to the side and go ahead and have the conversation. But based on the previews, it does not seem like that conversation is going to be had. And being that Alicia is close to Joellen, I could see Rulla sitting up there and painting Alicia as a bad guy. Or whatever the case is. If she found out that she had this information that she never shared with her, she may try and then make you an op too. Especially if Liz may have anything to do with it, child. But good luck, honey. Joella done called Alicia to see what she up to, child. Only to find out that she getting ready to go to Rulla's party, and also to only find out that Rosie is over there at the house with her. Okay, so you got Alicia. I'm sorry, not Alicia, but Joella over here like, who she think she is? Princess Jasmine? She over there rubbing on her whatever it was, lamp or something like that, trying to say don't cheat on her. I was like, no. Joellen, you so messy, but I hope you prepared for the rumors that Rulla finna bring to the front about you, Ching. Outside of that, baby, I don't know who's over there doing Rosie's makeup, but y'all is tearing their face up. I said, ooh, I don't know what. It looks good. I don't know who doing her makeup. I said, baby, y'all did that. Good job. Good job. Keep it going. All right, so let's fast forward to a few things. First of all, Liz is in the car with her guy. And at some point, I guess she's realizing the error of her ways and how she was wrong or whatever. So now she's like, oh, I guess there's different definitions of homeless. You know, maybe I shouldn't have said whatever I said, or maybe I shouldn't have did what I did, whatever the case is. Okay, so now she's moving on. Now her and Alicia are having this conversation, and Alicia is telling her something about how she never meant for her to feel like she was like attacking her or whatever it was Alicia said. And so Liz says something like, I never got the opportunity, I guess, to like sympathize with you or show up for you or support you, because she felt like, I guess, she was being attacked. And I'm like, BITCH, how do you sit up here and try to rewrite it as if now everybody coming for you? How do you change it up and then make yourself somewhat the damn victim in the situation? Matter of fact, let me just get this audio up real quick.
Trying to attack you, and I felt like you thought I was attacking you. I was sad. I just thought you would understand more than anybody, and I just felt I needed to take.
Alicia, you did absolutely no attacking at all. If anything, you were emotional. You were too damn emotional to attack. What the fuck? Why does your tears make somebody else feel like it's an attack on them? That's some internalized BS that, Liz got going on. It's not making sense.
You know how I am.
I never got a minute to give you compassion.
Yeah.
Because I felt
I know.
like tag team.
I never got the chance or whatever to give you compassion because I felt tag team. Do you hear your fucking self? You had the very moment that this woman acknowledged that she was homeless. That was your opportunity to show compassion, and you chose not to. And the way that Liz is flipping this, like she is the victim, is insane to me. So now Alicia, I'm sorry, not Alicia, but Liz is now acknowledging that she pretty much was wrong. She apologizes to her. She said, I didn't mean to like hurt you or make you feel a certain type of way or whatever the case is, you know, so I'm sorry for that. And Alicia's like, oh, you know what? I appreciate that. I'll accept her apology. She says she will forgive her, but she will not forget. I said, and you shouldn't. And you shouldn't, because I wouldn't be surprised if that shit came up again later. You shouldn't. So Rosie and Kelsey's guys brought them together for them to kind of sort out their issues. Of course, you know, what's her name? What is the girl name? So you got Kelsey. Kelsey says that's who it is. Kelsey and Rosie, they came together. So Kelsey says it was a joke. She was trying to make a joke. Obviously, it was too quick for her to make a joke. It damn sure was too soon for you to be making a joke, but she does apologize. Although Rosie feels like, girl, this is the worst apology I've ever heard in my damn life. It's cool though, because I'm gonna go ahead and apologize to you and we'll move forward, but I'm still watching you because I don't trust your ass. Okay. So that's what they got going on. Meanwhile, you got Kelsey and you got Alicia over here talking to Rulla. And they're telling her about the trip that they had when they went down to the castle or whatever. And she said, you was a topic of conversation. She said, oh, was I? She was like, what was it about? And she was like, girl, I'm kind of nervous to tell you, honey. I ain't gonna lie, girl, it was really, really bad. Like, do you know about the video? She was like, girl, I don't know nothing about the video. Now Alicia's sitting over here in the confessional talking about some damn, oh, you know, Rosie didn't give me a heads up and I'm so shook and I'm surprised and all this other shit. Like, girl, shut the hell up. You had more than a week. You had more than enough time to let Rulla know what the hell was going on. Obviously, you have been dragging your feet. And when you drag your feet, these are the things that happen. Somebody else beats you to the punch and ends up letting her know. Okay? So it is what it is. You're going to have to roll with it. Okay? Exactly as I expected. I feel like Rulla is now turning her sights on Alicia so far. So we'll see how this is going to go. But Rosie gave her all the tea and said, girl, listen, we saw a video and it was him with this blonde woman. It was dated the day before Polo. Here go Rulla. Girl, I rolled my eyes so hard when she sat up there and said, and how do you know the date was valid? Like, girl, you'll come up with anything to try and vindicate that cheating ass man, girl. You need to vindicate yourself up out of there, but you know, you're gonna do what you want to do anyway. So Kelsey is like, well, listen, it said what Kelsey said. She was like, the date was on the car that she got out of. I said, I know that's right. See, you thought that the video was doctored. No, boo. No. It was on the car. How you like them apples? And then instead of her addressing what it was and going over there to her damn husband, she goes and looks at Alicia and says, well, why aren't you telling me any of this? And Alicia was like, because I'm pissed that I knew and this, that, and the other. And I'm sorry. I didn't want to know anything, and I'm pissed that I know. Girl, just say because I'm a punk. Just say because I was scared. You know what I'm saying? I ain't want to come at you with this information, just like Rosie just said. Like, girl, it's tough. Like, who wants to come to you and tell you yet another factor about your husband and what he got going on? Like, I really didn't want to do. I think that's how you, like, just be honest. Just how you was afraid to. They wanted me to come and have this conversation with you. I didn't feel comfortable having this conversation with you. I know that you and your husband are trying to get things on track, so I didn't want to say anything. But of course, Rulla still would be mad at her because she'll be like, girl, why did you at least tell me that everybody had been talking about me, though? You could have at least told me that everybody was talking about me. So are you really a friend? Because Rulla has been going around, baby, trying to pick people off the list that's not a friend. She been trying to find the people, honey. I guess, child. It's a mess. Pick that husband off. So you have not so much as Alicia, but you really do have Rosie giving what's her name all the information, letting Rulla know everything, right? So then Rulla's feeling away because she's like, I don't know why Rosie decided to tell me this information here at my party. Like, I feel a way about that, right? And she may feel like she's doing Joellen's bidding or whatever, but actually she's doing the whole group's bidding because Alicia ass was supposed to tell you a long time ago and she didn't. All right, so here we are. And then next thing you know, Brian comes over. He's checking on her because obviously he could see that she getting some information that he don't want her to have for real. Goes over there, tries to figure out what's going on, making sure oh, have you ate, babe? This, that, and the other. And so she said, no, they telling me about a video. So then Rosie goes on to talk about it. And then he says, oh, she could have changed the timestamps. And I say, here you go. No, don't. I wanted Rosie to tell him, no, it's not about the timestamps, boo, because it was on your car. It was in your car. Okay, and the date and time was on your car vehicle. Like, be clear the day before Polo. The way he just walked up there and just casually lied, because I do feel like he is lying. The way he just came up there and just like nonchalantly lied, I was like, oh, baby, you really got a problem on your hands, girl. You really, really got a problem on your damn hands. But good luck to the people, honey. So it looked like Kelsey is deciding to plan a trip for all the couples. I guess this is going to be like an all-cast trip where everybody brings themselves as well as their partners, all right? You still got some little issues that are out there, but I think the biggest one is Liz and Joelen, and then maybe at some point, Brian, Rulla, and Joelen, right? So Joelen says that she really don't want to lose this friendship with Liz because she really cares about her. But if it was anybody else treating her this type of way, it wouldn't be the same. And I'm like, you ain't got to take that shit from her. Like, just because y'all got a history, like, you ain't got to take none of that from her, So she's hoping that they could get on one accord. Meanwhile, you got Liz over here talking to Kelsey about how she pretty much felt like it was a premeditated attack against her. I said, bitch, I can't. I'm not finna. The way that the conversation has flipped because you didn't get your way and you wanted somebody else to tag. That's the crazy part for me. You wanted another friend to help you tag team another friend, right? To let her know you were not homeless. And when she does not agree with you or goes, and it's not so much that she doesn't agree with you, but she doesn't follow through with what you want, then now they tag teamed against you. If y'all don't get Liz the fuck out my face, okay, bye, girl. Okay, goodbye. We'll see how everything's gonna go on the next episode. But that's all I got for you guys at this time. I am Jamie. That's me. Like up the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye, y'all.
Family, over fame, get the money, that's why we came. Fuck the world, these niggas lame. Straight out the trench, it never change. You can't ride up in my lane. Honor my niggas whenever I speak. A hustle each day of the week. Honor my wife and my son, I can't hang with no sucker. These niggas be weak. Chasing these bras, popping your guns on the cover. These niggas be free. Talking that shit, but ain't crossing the street of my city. We said you sweet. Minding my business, I stay on my toes. I'm making my way to my goal.